I'm going to make this white pizza frittata. So I've got, 4 or 5 cloves of garlic and some good olive oil in the bottom of my skillet over moderate heat. And when it comes to making frittatas, a fun way to think about it is for every inch of pan, you need 1 egg. So if I had a 4-inch pan, I could make an individual frittata with 4 eggs. This is an 11 to 12-inch skillet, so I'm going to use a dozen eggs. In the bowl, I've got my 12 eggs. I'm going to season those with salt and pepper. Whisk them up. And then we're going to add in 1 cup of fresh ricotta cheese and start breaking that down and whisking it into the egg mixture. White pizzas are spinach, garlic, ricotta, and then whatever mozzarella or mozzarella provolone, and always a little bit of parm. So that's what we're doing with this. We're just replacing the bread with the eggs. A little chopped parsley. And then 1 package of defrosted chopped frozen spinach. I put it into a dish towel and wring out all the excess liquid. The oven is preheated to 425 degrees. Once we get this in the oven, you're gonna let the frittata set until it's just starting to puff. Stir the garlic into the mixture. Pop it into the oven, and once it's set, be about 10 to 12 minutes. Once it's set so that the cheese won't sink, we're going to top it with some shredded mozzarella cheese, a little sprinkle of crushed red pepper flake, and a little oregano. And then we pop it back in the oven until the cheese gets brown and bubbly. See you in a little bit. Here is your white pizza, but this is a frittata, so there's no crust. It's just the spinach and the ricotta and the parm cheese. And now I'm sprinkling, just like at the pizza parlor, a little oregano, a little crushed red pepper. There's garlic and spinach in it. And then a couple of leaves of fresh basil torn on the top. When you're ready to serve. I'm now going to show you guys just a simple spring vegetable saute. I started with zucchini. A zucchini is medium size. I split it down the middle and I scoop out all of the seeds so that the dish doesn't get watery or mushy. I then have these cute little half moons of zucchini cooking in some olive oil. I'm going to slice up some more garlic on our little gadget here, our little truffle shaver. Then we're going to throw in our asparagus, which we cut on the bias. We want all of our veg to stay tender, crisp. I'm going to throw in our sliced garlic. So you can substitute peas if you can't find fava. And then we have our beautiful spring onions. You can use a leek if your store doesn't have spring onions in stock. And you just run your knife through them on a bias. The whites and the greens. Throw those in at the end. The very last thing I do is wilt in a small head of escarole. So you've got some greens in there too. Salt and pepper. And then I've been blooming some saffron in boiling water, a fat pinch of saffron in some boiling water, and just let that steep. So we have our saffron broth, a little white wine for acidity, and a little shot of vegetable or chicken stock. Let this cook together a bit, and then wilt in all of your greens. And then we have our spring vegetable saute with saffron. Our spring vegetable saute with saffron gets a douse of lemon and then some beautiful edible flowers.